All right, welcome back. Yes, Malam Haruna D. Saidu joins us next. He is a member of NEC of the PDP, and he is also a senatorial candidate of Kebbi Central Senatorial District. Good morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
Well, recently the courts, if we could start from there, the decision went in your way for the senatorial position, but it appears it's not over yet because your opponent says he is going to appeal. So you have to be worried about that, are you?
I'm not worried, Chamberlain. Much as I don't want to dwell on an issue that has been decided by the court, albeit an internal issue of the party, my other co-party members. I want to say without missing words that I'm not worried. The facts were before the court, and the court, in its wisdom, look at the issue dispassionately, and in a considered opinion, gave me the ticket back.
So you're not bothered that whether or not it's a former governor or a former senator, those things don't matter to you?
No, those things don't matter. You see, the judiciary, as one of the pillars of democracy, and because of the issue of being impartial arbiters in cases like that, and in any other cases, a case that is being brought before the judiciary, once your hands are clean, once you are very much sure of what you are talking about and the case you have made through your lawyer, then you don't get worried.
Well, you've been a former chairman of the state yourself. You're a member of the NEC, of the PDP. But with all the experience that the PDP has in politics in this country over the years, there are those who wonder, why is it so challenging? Why do you still have different cases in the party? There's rift, there's rancor, tugging, struggling for one thing or the other. You'd have thought by now, with that experience, it will be easy for your party to address and navigate through some of these challenges.
Chamberlain, much as I don't want to believe that there's much rancor or there's disagreement and you find a lot of cases, I want to believe this is a normal political process. You see, no party in this world, and for that matter Nigeria, and under the present circumstances, is devoid of people disagreeing on certain issues, people having different shades of opinion and perspectives with regards to issues, however pressing, however paramount those issues are. You see, so it's a normal politics. Politics is about you coming to the market, bring my own commodity, and people are ready to buy. And even when you are trading in a particular commodity, you tend to be one single family selling a particular item. You see, there are a lot of brandings, there are a lot of marketing methods, there are a lot of ways people bring up with the end product. And what is important is these things, over time, they tend to turn out to be source of strength if they are positively navigated through.
But, you know, some will argue saying, look, those disagreements, yes, but what the kind of disagreements we see here within parties is, no, I'm the one to occupy this position. No, I have to, personal aggrandizement, and not necessarily disagreeing on principles or policies that should move the country forward, as we see in some of the areas.
Well, I want to believe over time, these things will be distilled. Now, it's a process of a journey, and you cannot in any way try to cleanse a political party or a political association or a political family or a political cycle with people with those kind of tendencies to acquire, aggrandize power over and above everything else. These are basic things you find in human beings. But what is important is, you see, let's see if this kind of associations or cycles or political parties are people with integrity, people who mean well for the society, people who have pure intentions for the society, and they have the capacity, they have the pedigree, they have what it takes to deliver the society from the ills that the society has been bedeviled with.
The good thing about that is Nigerians cannot be blind to that. They know who these people are. They've seen many of them before. In fact, even the ones who are coming through, they just look through the records. What is it that they've done before? Why do they think they will be the ones to do that? But that is what they will decide when the time does come for that, even though electioneering campaigns are on. But has your party, how are you handling the release of the committees, the subcommittees? Because we understand that there's some who are concerned that up to now, that is not out yet.
Well, you've seen the PDP. You will definitely pass accolades on the PDP for being the first setter and the party that is at the forefront of having a seamless process with regards to campaign preparations and inauguration of campaign committee and the councils.
Did you say seamless?
Yeah, well, seamless in the sense that it is not getting distracted by anything. However, people feel that those things are fundamental or they are very
So they are ignoring those challenges. No, that it's seamless.
No. Seamless. Those challenges are not being ignored, and as you can see, the PDP is so rich in terms of having established conflict resolution mechanism within the party, and that is going on and is making progress in terms of that. And by day, you see, the gap is being narrowed.
So is it so rich that it can afford to do away with 5 governors if they decide not to agree with the party or come on board?
But Chamberlain, there is nothing like, if you look at this thing from a very positive perspective, the PDP, especially the leadership of the PDP and different critical organs like the Board of Trustees, like the presidential candidate, the party itself, is making efforts by day, trying to see that this kind of differences in varieties of shades of opinion or perspectives, or the way people have an outlook over the way things should be done, and this thing, by day they are getting narrow. You see that there is still conversation, there is communication. People are getting narrow, and everything that crops up is within no time being treated with the skills, with the craftsmanship, and the good intentions and relations in the party adherents and party leadership. And so nothing that comes within the PDP that will scare people away. Nothing that comes within the people, the PDP, that will make people believe that certain people are being ignored, or certain things are being put aside or brushed aside or being downplayed. No.
Even though many have consistently said that. But what is the latest position? How concerning the rifts with the 5 governors? What's the latest position of your party on that matter now?
The 5 governors are PDP members. They are PDP governors. I'm very proud members of the PDP. And you can see they have come out, and particularly those of them that have been very spectacular in terms of speaking about their party and their take and their perspective with regards to the party, have said that we are PDP members. We help in building PDP, and in no way will not be out of the PDP. Neither will we not sabotage PDP. We are with the party. We are only making a case because of our own particular understanding or frame of thought. And that has been consider it's been narrowed. There is conversation, there is communication, there is contact, there is reach out now going on in the party. And I'm telling you, I can bet you with my last money that the outcome is going to be positive and we'll move ahead. No, we're already moving.
No, don't use your last money. You're saying it for campaigns. But what is the party chairman going to meet with them?
Well, PDP has a process. Now, the process, there has been contact between the party. You see, the Board of Trustees has a committee, which you very much know, that is contacting the critical stakeholders, very critical individuals or groups, and seeing how they have been trying to reach out and dialoguing and discussing about how the party will continue with what it has started with the inauguration of the campaign council, and how will over the time come as a more stronger, we are strong, a more stronger and more united political force that will not only galvanize PDP members, but galvanize Nigerians for this one-road tax option that will take this nation back on track.
Do you think the party chairman should meet with those 5 governors?
Well, the process, as I've told you, the process is ongoing, and I will want to tell you that not only the party chairman, but all those who are concerned, and those who need to meet who and who needs to discuss with who will be done, and it is ongoing. So
the party chairman will meet with them?
Why are you, Chamberlain, trying to preempt our party by this kind of questions? It's a process. It will unfold. Tomorrow you will see what will happen. Next tomorrow you will see what is happening. But the most important thing, there is a process of, if you like.
I've heard that. But what is the big deal about the party chairman meeting with the 5 governors?
Who told you he's not going to meet with the 5 governors?
Is he going to meet with them?
Who told you he's not going to meet with them?
Are you saying he will meet with them?
Why are you envisaging, or why do you think he will not meet with them at the right time?
I'm asking you if he will meet with them.
Of course, when the process goes to that stage, of course, the chairman is a highly party person and a politician of that repute, and an erudite scholar, and a person that is very, very flexible and very calm, composed, and therefore he loves virtually everyone that matters in the PDP.
So it comes across as though you will be disappointed if he doesn't meet with them.
It is not. Look, we are not talking about a black and white thing. But if the process permits, the chairman will meet them. He will meet them. Look, there is no.
What do you mean if the process permits? Who can stop him? What can stop him?
He has always been meeting with party members.
So nothing can stop him. So yes, why do you say if the process permits?
But the process of the PDP during NEC, during other meetings, and during when the committee of the Board of Trustees ultimately finishes its jobs, it is going to bring all these people together.
So, concerning the way your campaign is going to go now, because yes, we've seen your presidential candidate, he's moving in different parts of the country, and I know you heard several times how many are not exactly sure why they should pitch their tent with your party, because they've seen what your party has done before. So many of them think, look, I think we should try somewhere else. Is there anything wrong with those people, or with them doing that particularly?
Chamberlain, I would want to tell you, the Nigerian scenario today, from whichever angle you look at it, cannot escape the PDP coming to bring together Nigerians galvanize Nigerians, mobilize Nigerians, sensitize them, and bring this nation on track. What is happening, why you have people maybe being part of the PDP and maybe taking another angle or going along another line of political mobilization and what have you. These are all positive things. Ultimately, these people are trained by the PDP. If you look at even their modes of campaign, what they speak about, these are things they have really learned in the PDP. They have really, what is being said in other places, it's not new. These are part of the antecedent in terms of governance, in terms of statecraftship, in terms of moving the society along a particular trajectory, which had yielded a lot of fruits for this nation during the reign of the PDP. So maybe precisely if you want to talk about certain parties that have come up and maybe adopting somewhat not novel, but certain ways of mobilizing people, maybe bringing in
I thought you
liberation kind of theology, liberation theology, maybe emphasizing on a particular strata of the society, like the youths of the. The reality on the ground is, and that is the way I look at it. This are a kind of I will call it a splinter group of the PDP, because they will ultimately come back and join this one wagon. That is my belief, because in Nigeria, as plural as it is,
all right, well,
as a multi-faceted culture-wise.
So all of that.
This was in Nigeria.
What about all of those who are on the street saying they will not support either the APC or the PDP because they are tired of what they've seen over the years? They want to try somewhere else. Are you discountenancing that particular scenario when you say splinter group and they will come back to PDP?
Yes, I will want to tell you that. Politics, campaigns, and winning election is arithmetic. And I have told you, as plural as Nigerian society is, if you look at the way elections had been conducted before, and if you look at the performance of PDP when it was in government, and this you cannot take away from the PDP. If you look at the performance of the APC, and we are only being witnesses to the
all right.
Well, the way the country is slipping into something.
All right, just 1 minute. My colleagues have got some questions for you as well. Go ahead, guys.
Thank you, Chamberlain. Well, let me just ask you, Mr. Saidu, one of the issues that a number of people might be thinking about, going back to the conversation you were having with Chamberlain about the internal wrangling, so to speak, within your party. Of course, you know, the issue of the contests or contestations that Governor Wike has with the party is in public domain. And recently he was seen in the company of, you know, the president and some other people from other political parties. There are those who are wondering whether or not Governor Wike would be sanctioned for what you call, you know, a party, you know, conflicts and all of those things. What's the position of the NEC of the PDP on that anti-party activities, you call it?
I want to say this. One, I'm not the spokesperson of the NEC of the PDP, and I want to tell you that Governor Wike, other governors, other PDP members, the presidential candidates, the party leadership are PDP members. They will work for the PDP, and PDP is going to count heavily on their richness in terms of program of action they have for the country, in terms of what they have laid down for their people well before and now in terms of delivery of the goods of democracy and the kind of feat they have achieved in terms of governance. And I want to tell you whether a person, Wike, is seen with another person. That's the person that was seen with Wike just left the party some months ago. He was a vice presidential candidate of our party, just the last 2019 election. And ultimately, it could be discussions about him at one level, because there is a limit, very, very limited feat he can achieve if you go by the kind of methodologies he's adopting in campaign and other things. So look, I don't want mountains be created out of molehills with regards to this.
Are you saying that the campaign,
that will
just 1 second,
ultimately bring back people?
Are you saying that the campaign of the Labour Party is not going anywhere, given the fact that he's speaking to Mr. Wike and with Governor Wike, beg your pardon, and that he might be coming to the PDP? Is that what you're saying?
The Labour Party, I have no problem with the Labour Party taking, mobilizing people, galvanizing people. I think ultimately the Labour Party and Governor Obi just want to make a point. You see, I have always said, as plural as the Nigerian society is, you cannot campaign based on primordial sentiments, weeping sentiment, and being directed at a particular region or talking about a particular creed or a particular strata of the society. What you need to do is to articulate all these things and bring them within the national space and within the national framework. You see, there is limit to what a person can achieve when he comes
you don't
to make
think,
a
in your opinion,
mobilization.
It sounds like you're saying,
and using primordial sentiment.
Just a second. Are you saying in a sense that the campaigns of the Labour Party, which they believe has been organic so far, all across the nation, is not strong enough to achieve anything? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm telling you is that I'm not a political consultant to the Labour Party, but I'm telling you, I'm making a dispassionate assessment of the Labour Party in terms of its methodology, the way it is going about its mobilization. You see, much as I will want to see the church and the mosques being part of the process of political socialization and political sensitization. But it must not do that based on creed. It has to come and do that by articulating certain critical issues the nation is facing and how we can bring together Nigerians of all shades, of all persuasions together and make a case for them and try to see how can we come with a program of action that will place Nigeria on a trajectory that will be more rewarding and therefore for this very present generation and the future generation to come of Nigerians. And the critical factor is consensus and nation building. When we don't put consensus and nation building at the front burner of our political discourse and political mobilization, we'll end up limiting ourselves to a particular place, a particular people. And that will make a nonsense of democracy, nonsense of a plural democracy that obtains in Nigeria. And that is the conversation. We want to see people discussing about issues, very critical issues, not only discussing as an issue at a party level. No, we must see a candidate coming to discuss, coming to show how practically he is going to implement his program of action, the blueprint he has for Nigeria. And he must come with the kind of pedigree in terms of delivery of the deliverables as far as the
Malam Saidu,
democratic system.
as you wind down this one now, I know you're aware of the 151 million naira housing allowance scandal where they returned and raising controversies in different quarters of the party. Does NEC members, do they get housing allowance too?
Chamberlain, I thought maybe you have not read or you have not refreshed your understanding.
Refresh our memory, and you are a member of NEC. So tell us.
About the PDP constitution and the way the political party and the PDP is being run administratively, you understand. When you know that, then you will definitely know that what is moving around in the social media and what is being said and the kind of mishaps that have been had do not this
so
are not the reality on the ground.
So
they're not the reality on the ground.
You have had or not?
You have had the various spokesperson for the PDP telling you that this was a normal administrative process and these were monies paid to the NWC members for the purpose of housing allowance and others, and also other staff also were paid, were fed several allowances and other things.
Saying it was wrong.
Yes, because the media decided, and unfortunately it's the Nation newspaper. I
decided what?
Yeah, press brought out the issue and started making.
Didn't it happen?
No, come on. It's if you could see what was written in the letters of those.
No, but tell us. Okay, you are a member now.
What they said.
Okay, so tell us.
The NWC members that were concerned said that because of the media is awash with a lot of things, therefore they want to return this money, and when by the time it becomes very clear that it is money for this, then they will take it back.
They will take the money they return back.
Yes. One of them indicates that. Therefore now, because the media, because look, people need to contribute towards a very smooth process of campaign and how parties will come with their perspectives and not emphasizing negatively on issues tiny issues. Now, of course, why is it the media is beaming its lights on the PDP? Other parties have their own.
The media beams its light on anything that happens anywhere. We can't question what they beam their light on.
But
if you don't want them to beam their light on it, then it shouldn't happen.
When the media
if it happens, the media will report it.
When the media, there are internal memos going on in all parties. In a normal setup, an organization or a political party, it's a normal thing. Things are being queried, things are being written, things are being. Otherwise, how could you? What will be the motive behind when a person within a particular organization writes a letter to his superior concerning certain things that have gone on? Then that will be thrown by the media and talking about certain things are going on and going on.
Well, unfortunately, Balam Saidu, the thing is, if the parties are angry with that, they have to get ready because the media will report more of those matters. If it happens, they will report a lot of it.
What we need is objective, investigative, and very positive.
What is subjective about that? They returned money. You said one of them said they will get the money back. So what did the media do wrong?
Well, what? No, that's certain insinuations that have been attached to.
All right.
To
anyway, in other words, as you wind down, that suggests that you're not about to return your allowance as a member of NEC, for instance. So nobody should expect you to return anything.
NEC members are not residential members of. They are not supposed to be residential, and therefore you will not find housing allowance attached to them. The working committee members stay, they are residential, they go to the office and they have to be lodged. You realize a lot of them are not from Abuja, and therefore it is a normal process.
All right.
No, you don't, for example, I want to ask you, have you ever talked about what is happening in the APC? This has not been brought to the front burner.
Are you seriously asking that question, Madam
Yes,
Said?
no. The media has deliberately placed a blackout on the kind of what do I call it?
A blackout, really?
Yes.
Okay, guys, just a minute. Can we take a look at the front page of Vanguard newspaper this morning? So the Malam Saidu can see that in case he missed the newspaper review segment this morning, if we can. So I need to be sure if we can just quickly do that as we close on this one. He said there's been a blackout on the part of the media. So we need to just let him see if he considers this a blackout as well. Can we see that? All right, if you look at the front page of Vanguard today, Malam Saidu, anger wells up in APC over party leaders wooing Wike. Is that a blackout? That is the news about the APC. What do you say to that now?
Well, the very fact that the Wike factor comes in also presupposes still it is a one-sided. I want to talk about
whoa. So wait. You move from
the APC
the media
to take up its campaign.
Madam, you move from accusing the media of blackout. Now you talk about being one-sided. So you're shifting the goalposts in the middle of the game now.
I'm saying about the APC, the internal workings of the campaigns of the APC. It has not been able to take up. They have not put themselves together. You see, everything is in a disarray.
You conveniently want to talk about the Labour Party and the APC, but don't want to focus on what is going on within your party.
I've just spoken about the PDP.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time now. We do thank you for coming on. Madam Haruna D. Saidu is a member of NEC with the PDP. He's also a senatorial candidate for Kebbi Central. Thank you for coming on and all the best.
You are welcome. Thank you very much.
We will be back in a moment. Stay with us.